Meet Anne and Pamela, two young women drawn from different backgrounds but brought together by their profession. They are sex workers. Like another estimated 200,000 women in Kenya, they live off the earnings of a profession said to be the oldest in the world but deemed immoral and illegal in Kenya.
Mimi nilifika 8 kwetu tulikuwa shida kiasi. Yule mbangu alikufa, kabaki na mbangu peke yake. Na kuwa nafanya kazi poa.
Nilianza sex work after my mom passed and I was the breadwinner of the family.
I'm a sex worker. I started it when I was in Form 2.
Sex work might be the oldest profession in the world, but it is also one of the most dangerous. Sex workers are subjected to stigmatization, discrimination, and sexual assault, and in extreme cases, they are murdered.
Nishakumbuka kuna client moja nilienda naye kwa loom, akaniambia anataka nyama kafry. Tulienda na huyo client, ikawa vita sana kwa loom, lakini mimi nilipika nduru sana. Manager alikuja akauliza ni nini, naye huyo mwanaume kuangalia kwa hiyo mbe yake imechomeka iko red mwisho. Nikapiga nduru, anataka kunishika cha nguvu, lakini nikasaidika na kutoka kwa manager.
Siku nakumbuka ni siku nilienda na mteja, sikujua ametoboa CD. Na tuka have sex naye, ndio nikajikuta hata nimepata hii ball. Nikafikiria kutoa, nikafikiria maneno mingi, nikobaka anakunywa majani ndio itoke. Lakini bado huyu besi yangu akaniambia sipo, ni bebe tu na ndamlisha na hii kazi yanafaa.
Despite the challenges and dangers of the job, sex work brings income, providing women and their families with everyday necessities, just like any other job.
It's broken in little portions. I send some at home, and I use some for school fees, pay my rent, and save up some. My wages, I just pay for my rent. Some I share some with my parents and my siblings.
I pay rent from sex work. My children go to school from this. It's like I'm earning from sex work. I like it so much.
Sex workers often face the wrath of law enforcement officers who have a combination of colonial criminal law, the 2006 Sexual Offences Act, and municipal council bylaws to enforce. However, thanks to a recent push from human rights groups, there has been a change of tone, with many officials now acknowledging and respecting sex workers' rights as human rights.
Okay, in the Kenya Penal Code, there's only one main offense of living on the proceeds of prostitution, which is in the Penal Code. But in most cases, the offense cannot easily be proven. So in most cases, the police usually use the liars with the city bylaws, which are normally used while arresting and taking the commercial sex workers to court. So in most cases we use the city bylaws.
We start with the laws first. If we can implement our laws maybe to make the work seen professional, not as an illegal thing, then there we can start with the relationship. And then we come together, the police and the sex workers, any as in awareness. You can bring us together and then we see what really pushes them to do ABCD, and us as police officers, how can we assist?
Though society remains divided about whether to legalize, decriminalize, or completely outlaw sex work, there seems to be a consensus that sex workers' rights should be respected, and sex work is here to stay.
I don't know why people hate sex work, but it's good. I love sex work actually. And if I was given another opportunity, I would just choose sex work for work.
Since sex work is hard, but we like it because we have accepted it as work, but we are trying to not get our children into what we are doing. We empower them to do something better.
We need to be respected as sex workers. We are doing job like anyone else. We need to be heard.
As far as I can say, sex work is the best.
Sex workers are not alone in the battle for the realization of their human rights, with organizations like the Center for Rights Education and Awareness and the Bar Hostess Empowerment Program working in partnership with women to improve their circumstances. CREW offers free legal representation, participates in public interest litigation, trains sex workers on their rights, and works with law enforcement officers to improve their understanding of sex work.
One memorable case is when there was a serial murderer in Thika town, and 4 sex workers were murdered, and there was claim that more were missing. CREW took up the case, and we paid bail for the 18 sex workers who were arrested for giving false information to the police. I didn't even know there was such a charge anyway. And the ladies were released, and the case proceeded. Though they were released on bail and the case proceeded, but they were found to be innocent. And we pushed and advocated and demonstrated against insecurity, and demanded for the arrest of the serial murderer, demanded that the police do their job and not arrest the women instead. He was finally found, a man called A.n.t.h.o.n.y. He was a serial killer, and he's right now in police custody. Thank you to CREW and the good relationship of representing the sex workers.
We CREW and Bar Hostess have paralegals in Thika, which we have been able to train them through the lawyers from CREW. We've also won cases here whereby sex workers are being arrested in the streets, and we challenge the city askaris and the police.
I'm a paralegal and also a peer educator, and most of this is thanks to Bar Hostess and CREW, because I was trained by CREW.
I would like to thank CREW for their continued partnership, for the effort, and also Open Society for the grant that they give us. It has come a long way in changing the lives of sex workers.